Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is theRealKaaayle back with some Mortal Kombat 1 content. Beta is over, and they decided to give us a treat. This time, it's at the Gamescom conference. I believe it's called Gamescom One Night Live, whatever they want to call it. But it's, you know, a very popular gaming show this summer where they show off all this cool stuff. And Mortal Kombat's coming out this fall, so Ed Boon decided to throw us a bone and reveal two characters that I predicted will definitely make it into this game. And we got SINDEL and Shao Kahn, being known as General SHAO in this game. He is not a Khan yet, everyone. And also revealing two new cameos, one that I really did not expect. So MOTARO, I think that was a cameo that everyone was speculating based on the way they described cameos were going to be used in this game. And SHUJINKO, I did not expect to see this character in a Mortal Kombat game ever again, quite honestly. Very, very surprising. So let's talk about what we saw in this trailer. Then at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about the lore stuff. So Shao Kahn, wow, he looks great. He looks very great. I really like the new design for him. These big giant horns make him look very imposing and devilish and evil. He does not have the traditional hammer like how he usually has in the previous timeline. His hammer is now replaced with a gigantic battle axe. I personally think I like axes more, but I think the hammer suits Shao Kahn a bit more. But I do like this. This is cool. I like the changes, the subtle changes. Maybe the hammer is reserved for Khans. Maybe he'll have a different weapon of choice if he ever makes it to Khan, but as a general, he's using a battle axe, and it looks really, really cool. For a big body character, he looks very fast. You know this character is going to have a lot of damage. I mean, we're all going to have to see the frame data, but his moves seem to come out pretty good, and they have like a pretty decent range. But the big gimmick here that I'm seeing with him is that he essentially has two stances. So he can kind of slam the hammer down on the ground, leave the hammer there, and then he will start attacking you with his fists and his feet. Very similar to, like, I don't know if you guys ever played the God of War games. Basically what Kratos does in that game. Kratos can simultaneously switch between using the Leviathan axe and using his fists, and he can create some really interesting combos. And it seems like there's a lot of set play with this as he leaves the hammer on the ground. He can juggle the opponent back towards the hammer. Sorry, the axe, slam them on the axe. He can use the axe to cancel into different special moves as he's juggling them, and like catch the axe again, slam it again. He has like a little there's a little force powers with it, like a very similar to like what Kratos does, like what Thor would do with his hammer, and Kratos does with his axe. He can control the axe with it, like some power, some energy with it from the palm of his hands, and slam the axe, toss it. Looks very, very versatile. Honestly, his gameplay, I don't know if you guys have played the first Injustice, but this is a character that everybody forgets is in this game. He reminds me of Ares. His gameplay is very, very similar to that. I would say this is basically Ares from Injustice with Shao Kahn, or General Shao, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to keep calling him Shao Kahn because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. But he looks fantastic. I think he's a lot more complicated than meets the eye. So happy to see him back, and this is probably the best he's ever looked. I wasn't too crazy about how Shao Kahn played in MK1, so if I'm ever going to play a Shao Kahn in a Mortal Kombat game, it'd probably be this version. But moving on to SINDEL, man, I'm happy that she's back. She looks fantastic. I love the resemblance of her looking like the sisters, Kitana and Melina. I love how you can definitely tell that she is their mother. I think it's so fascinating, and it's just so it's a lot of work. It's very cool that these artists and these these VFX artists, animators, are able to make such realistic human faces but have like a very nice art style with them, and the characters look fantastic, man. I think she looks, I'm not gonna lie, I love the gray highlights. The hair looks fantastic, but her gameplay, it looks like what you would expect from SINDEL, more similar to what she could have done in MK9 as opposed to MK11. Looks like she has mid-striking attacks, lots of mobility, multi-hitting strings. She's using a lot of kicks. Seems to be using her hair a lot. they didn't really emphasize the scream. The scream is what she's known for, but she did do it at one point in the trailer. The scream was able to stun Shao Kahn, and she was able to walk up and get a throw on him. It looked like she could have went for a big combo. I couldn't tell. To me, it didn't look like she spent bar on the move to get it, but it looks like the scream is just a combo extender for no bar. That would be insane if it is, but it looks more like a projectile rather than like a attack that has like a large radius, like how it was in MK11. So very interested in that. She has some cool things too. She seems to have the same kind of like flip kick that she did in MK11 with her forward 4. She has like these like mid-range, this low that she was able to like, that looked crazy. She popped the opponent up that way. What else did she have? She had a spectral Urmat float. So she's gonna have some pretty awesome mobility options. We saw her getting a lot of air combos. I think she's gonna be fairly versatile. Can't exactly say what type of character she is here, but she looks to be kind of versatile. I think she's gonna be a good at mid range. I think she's gonna have a lot of air combo potential and mobility as well. She also has a projectile as well in her base kit. It's not the low projectile, but looks pretty good. I think if you're a SINDEL fan, I think she's gonna be you're gonna be very satisfied with her in this game. So moving on to the cameos. The cameos that we saw, MOTARO and SHUJINKO. Starting with MOTARO, I think it was a very clever idea of making MOTARO a cameo rather than a playable character. I think it's going to be a lot harder for the animators and, you know, just people designing a game to animate a four-legged character, a half man, half bull creature as a full character. The hitboxes and like the balance of that would have been insane. But I'm glad that he's in the game and he has a presence as a cameo, and his stuff looks very good. He seems to be a very defensive cameo with mobility options. You saw that he was able to pop up and extend SINDEL's combo after she did the low with like this projectile. So that projectile can launch people if they're already in the air, keep them juggled. But I wonder if that's just a good like zoning tool overall. We also did see that he was able to teleport SINDEL, so it looks very similar to like what Kung Lao could have done when they showed off the gameplay breakdown on the Kombat cast. So she can teleport SINDEL, and I wonder if like teleport combos are probably going to be possible. That's really cool. Really interesting stuff. I'm not sure if this is a cameo that I would play, but I would not put it past NRS making MOTARO a very strong cameo in this game. By the looks of it, he's very good. I feel like cameos that is going to be able to disrupt an opponent's playstyle with that projectile like ability, and a cameo that's going to allow for mobility. I think mobility is very important at MK1 at the moment. It's going to be very strong. So I think he's going to be one to look out for, y'all. So moving on to SHUJINKO. SHUJINKO, just to let you guys know, I know there's a lot of new age Mortal Kombat fans, but I believe his first appearance was in Mortal Kombat Deception. He was the playable character in the Mortal Kombat Deception Conquest mode. Conquest mode was similar to like I want to say to equate it to something today, it's very similar to like what World Tour did with Street Fighter. Basically, you played as SHUJINKO, you traveled like the different realms of Mortal Kombat, you got to interact with the different characters, you got to interact with like Sub-Zero, Ermac, Baraka, and you basically learned how to play the game that way, and you were able to unlock the game's unlocks in that game mode as well. But it was really cool too, because you started off as SHUJINKO as a young man, and then as you played the game, you saw him age and get older, and he became a stronger and a more formidable warrior, which is what he is now, the old dude. So his default in MK Deception is this old dude that we see, but in the Conquest mode, you get to see him grow into that warrior. It was pretty dope. So happy to see him back. I feel like this is the definition of what a cameo is, you know, Easter egg-like character. But he seems to have his Fatal Blow animation. I think it's a nod to like his crazy combo strings and how fast he was in MK Deception. One of the things I remember about him was the fact that he just had like the longest combo strings that took a lot to do to remember. And I was a kid and I couldn't do them, but I was fascinated about like, wow, he had like such long combo strings. But his gimmick is that he's able to steal the opponent's moves. You can see whenever Raiden calls it SHUJINKO, he's doing the Shao Kahn, like that big hammer to slam on the ground, and you can see him do like SINDEL's slip kick. I think that's a really cool, interesting. I think that was something that he was able to do in the 3D era from Deception. He like borrowed other people's moves. I think so. I can't remember fully. I'm sorry guys, that game was over a decade old, but very happy to see him back. Wonder how practical this is gonna be. I know NRS kind of loves characters that steal other people's moves. We have Shinnok, we have Shang Tsung. Who else stole other people's moves? They like giving other characters moves. Remember how Kitana had Melina's Sai and Jade's staff? Yeah, they love doing that. That's kind of a trademark of them, giving other characters moves. But overall, the gameplay of these characters looks sick. This is only making the roster look stronger. It's making it very difficult for us to pick our mains, pick our cameos, but it looks great. But getting to the story aspect of the trailer. Alright, so SINDEL is the queen of Outworld. As you can see, well, we all speculated for a long time that SINDEL was seen on the background of this stage that we've seen the gameplay from. They blurred it out very well, but nah, we knew it was SINDEL, man. But SINDEL is the queen of Outworld. Shao Kahn, General SHAO, is a general at the moment. Apparently he's a world-renowned general. He has kept the peace between the realms. He's helped them win like this big war. Forgot what they called it in the trailer, but he's a formidable combatant. SINDEL is keeping on the tournament, so the Mortal Kombat tournament, in order to honor her late husband. The trailer does not say who her husband is. You know, SINDEL is the mother of Kitana and Melina. In the previous timeline, SINDEL and General SHAO were also lovers. So this game doesn't seem to be the case. General SHAO seems to be working for the queen, obviously. Who is her husband? I don't know. I'm speculating it could be Shang, but that doesn't sound right at all. Depending on how the story goes, it could be Shang Tsung, or just someone entirely different that we just don't really know about yet. Maybe we'll find that out once the game comes out. General SHAO does not seem to like Liu Kang at all. You know, that more things changed, the more they stay the same. They had definitely beef in the old timeline. Liu Kang was the one to defeat Shao Kahn after he killed Kung Lao. But Liu Kang is serving as Raiden in this timeline, basically. Liu Kang is like what Raiden was previously. So for the Mortal Kombat tournament, Liu Kang is selecting Raiden to be his champion. And then we see cut to the gameplay trailer with Raiden, showing off all the stuff that Raiden can do. At some point during that trailer, you can see, I think Kung Lao is in the background. So Kung Lao would be like what Liu Kang was in the previous timeline. Interesting stuff. But yeah, Luke, so you know, I think there's gonna be a showdown definitely at some point between Raiden and Shao Kahn, which is pretty dope, but considering that's basically how MK1 ended. Awesome stuff. But the story is looking pretty damn good. Yeah, there's definitely some tension between General SHAO and SINDEL. They don't seem to always be on the same page. SINDEL wants peace. General SHAO kind of just wants to, he likes static. He wants to fight. He doesn't want to be anybody's lapdog, quote unquote. He wants to fight. So we're going to figure out how this all pops off once the game comes out next month, y'all. But wow, we're really only less than a month away from this game. The game is shaping up to be really good. The roster is looking great. I think at this point now there's only 3 more slots left that have not been shown for playable fighters, and I think there's only 1 more cameo to be revealed, guys. So We're almost there, man. This is not including Shang Tsung. We know Shang Tsung is the pre-order DLC, but we still have 3 unknown fighter slots and 1 unknown cameo slots, guys. So it's only a matter of time. But stay tuned to the channel for any MK1 news, any thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this trailer down in the description. I think you guys know more about the lore stuff and all that jazz more than I do. I care more about the combos and the gameplay. But anyways, y'all, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and stay tuned to the channel for more Mortal Kombat 1 content. Stay real, guys. Have a good day. Peace.